is George Njoroge. I do farming, small scale because I've shared with a couple of my friends because I have 5 greenhouses. I do horticulture, and I need to talk to you, and you and others. Yeah. So what is my message? It's all in the mind first. Let me give you a brief of my history in 2 minutes. It's all in the mind. And back then, when I was in the university, I read a story about Kibaki. Kibaki bought his first land at the age of 22. You know that story? No. Yeah, he was using, maybe a shaking nose. He used to be a tout and then saved and bought land at the age of 22. So what did I do? I pictured that Kibaki just had a bigger head, not a bigger brain than myself. So I started working very hard. It was during the post-election. No, I'm very serious. So I started an electronic business. It was during the post-election period. I was in second year at the age of 22. So I really worked hard. I saw a business opportunity. I was in Western Kenya. I did a lot of electronics selling, and at that age, I actually bought my first plot. The next year, that was in third year. Those are things I really didn't visualize when I was in primary first year, but it's because I read that story. It comes to the abundant living. But so I bought land second year, third year, fourth year, and then I didn't go to fifth year. So what happened afterwards? That's why I came to Centonomy actually, because I did a lot of mistakes. I didn't take insurance for my business. I never used accountants. I just used to come from school. I had 3 employees and actually opened 2 other branches. That's how serious it was at third year. I was so liquid. I actually was asking for ideas. Honestly, I was asking my dad for ideas. Why do I take this money? Then he tells me, there's a place here. Come kuja tuchimbie pesa hapa. You know the way, the way Kikuyu men talk. Katwejere karima. I'm just quoting in Kikuyu. So I made a mistake because in 2011, a year after I got into employment, I happened to train as a teacher. Science education. Yes, some are shocked, but that was not my interest. My interest is investments. Nowadays I do investment because it's all in the mind. Yeah. The mind, the same way you're saying, the mind will take you where you are. It will take you to places it will open so many doors for you. So I work in a bank. I rose up the ranks. I work in treasury department. So I do treasury bills, bonds, all those things you're talking about. But my background, I knew where my interest was. So it's actually where you really want to go. Back to my mistakes, insurance. I underinsured my business. My business was around 2 million or more. Those are conservative estimates back then. So what did I do? An insurance guy comes and tells me, and I didn't want to actually insure. It's actually, I used to charge phones kidogo. So one phone, these 2 chargers that light blink. So one of them exploded one night, and I got some butterflies in the stomach. So I went to the insurance guy and told him, we can insure these bees. So I underinsured 500,000. You see where the business was? It was worth the millions, but I did an insurance because I didn't want to spend. So what happens? It was a block. And then a malicious guy came and burnt one end. One end I was next to a restaurant, and the gases and all that. The extreme end was a clothes shop, materials and all that. So that shop was being burned. So the fire spread, and when it reached this hotel, you know what happened? Explosions up to my shop. So I watched my shop burn down. But no, I didn't cry. I'm not that emotional. But Now, I was telling you that story, the downfall, how I started falling. Because as much as the insurance company, the loss assessor came and asked me where are your records and all that, at the end of it, paid me 250 Gs. I had just taken a loan of $500,000 to expand the business, because the business, as I was telling you, it was growing. I didn't take the 250 to pay the loan. I took these 250 and reinvested in another business. Bad mistake. The location was bad because I was investing out of emotion, out of pressure. So you can see where the part of loan management comes in, and part of it I took to the farm. But have I been able, actually did meet those, that was 2011. In 3 years, there's a year I didn't have a salary. All my salary was going to the repayments. Ask me how I survived, I don't know. I used to ride to work, You know, I'm a banker, so I don't. So Kanaka yours is fair. When you talk about driving that kaka, me, I used to cycle to work. A mountain bike, yeah, a good mountain bike. I was in Busia. And it's a long story. But I want to highlight to you the mistakes that I did. Accounting and insurance, savings. When it comes to loan, I took a lot of loans from friends because I had very good friends up to date. And I can actually tell you, I had took loans in 2012 that I just finished paying in 2014. And it was really, give me some money, I fix this, I'll repay you. Business doesn't come up. Business goes, I plant, my first greenhouse was a disaster. It was a disaster. I invested around 370,000, 400,000 thereabout. I got zero. Only my villagers ate some tomatoes, a few tomatoes. And that was a loan. So it was a loan on top of another loan. It was a bad loan on top of another loan. So I actually owed the bank, I don't know how we survived. I owed the bank more than $1 million. And they will walk. But as I say, when you have the visions, and I'm slowly and slowly rising, so I've been able to recover some of the loans, a small ones to friends. Thanks to the Centonomy class, it has helped me to restructure, know where to prioritize. And then about the issue about mortgaging out the house, I have a mortgage which now I'm renting out, and a few other things which, especially the will. I was telling you, the last one. I was telling you, you guys, there's a time I really got sick at night. I thought I wouldn't make it to the following day. You remember? Yes. I actually wrote a piece of paper, placed it on my stool, because I had bumps, I had malaria, I had a typhoid, I had a combination of issues. And then swallowed my drugs. That paper, I left it on the stool. So when I woke up in the morning, it was an accident to me. I didn't expect. When I woke up, I actually tore it. I thought that was a will. It wasn't a will. So, yes, I'll see you. So it's been a lot of learning. I've taken I have a small daughter, turned one the other day, so I've taken an education policy. Those are things I can really attest to Centonomy. I've been reading articles for so many years, and your friends in Thursday's newspaper, you know your colleague? Yeah, in Thursday's newspaper. So it's been a journey, and I hope we'll catch up as time goes by.